Some of you who are wondering right now as I say this sounds too good to be true. Does it work? Yes, it does. In fact, in the last 12 months, we have given out clearances to more than 2,300 entities, out of which more than 50% have started their commercial production as on today. We have given out 2,300 clearances. We have been able to create more than 1,30,000 new jobs, and we've also been able to attract nearly 50,000 crores of investment into the state ever since the policy has been launched. So that is the kind of effort our Honorable Chief Minister and our government has in fact put in. In fact, the other thing which makes us unique also is our Chief Minister's office has an investment promotion cell attached directly to it. So a mega investor or any investor who wants to come into Telangana, if you give us a prior notice, in fact, we'll receive you right at the airport. A protocol officer will come you, they'll receive you right at the airport, they'll bring you straight to the Chief Minister's office. And once you're there, you get to meet the industry's minister, the Chief Secretary, and the industry secretary. We basically understand the intent, the investment potential, the job creation potential. Once that is understood and established over a cup of tea or coffee, we send you right back. And then we ask you to submit an application online. So there is no lena dena, there is no other deals, there is no other things that are happening around here. I'm saying this to the national executive of FICCI, so we better stand by it. In fact, in the last 12 months, there have been several instances where entrepreneurs have come forward and have shared on an open dais. I can give you one example that I can immediately recall. When Bhagwati Industries wanted to set up its manufacturing plant, the gentlemen who manufacture the mobile handset with the brand name Micromax, when they wanted to launch their operations here, because electronic hardware manufacturing is one of our core sectors and priority sectors, we gave them all clearances in less than 10 days. And Mr. Rajesh Agarwal, the co-founder of Micromax, he was here and he openly, publicly commented. He said, what would have taken us about 18 months in another state, today I've been able to get from the scratch to the production stage in less than 6 months, and that stands as a testimony to what Telangana has to offer today to the rest of the country and to the industry as well. We've delivered on the promise so far. In fact, the 3 sectors, in fact the 14 sectors that we've identified for our industrial, as our industrial thrust areas, out of which 3 are based in Hyderabad. I also want to throw some light on it and share quick statistics with you. The 3 core sectors that we've identified as the priority sectors for us within the city of Hyderabad. And then there are 11 other sectors which are also obviously important, but they are going to be the focus areas in the districts. The 3 sectors in Hyderabad, where we already have as a state and as a city a certain presence and a certain dominance. Information technology is one. You may have heard from Jayesh and my other colleagues here about how seriously we take information technology. Today Hyderabad is the number 2 city as a city with respect to information technology exports. But largely, we've been known as a city which offers IT and IT-enabled services. We're trying to change that. While we are trying to expand the IT and IT-enabled services base, at the same time, we're also treading into new areas, the next waves of growth. Innovation, we take very seriously, because I am a firm believer, and our Chief Minister is a firm believer, that research, while it is the bedrock of innovation, innovation certainly is the pillar for entrepreneurship, on which entrepreneurship is thriving today across the world. So we take innovation very seriously. Today, even before Government of India and the Honorable Prime Minister started talking about startups, we've already created the country's largest technology incubator called the T-Hub right here in our own city of Hyderabad. We have more than 200 startups working out of T-Hub today, and I'm hopeful that some of these will go on and become huge successes. In fact, we have the academic collaboration with the Indian School of Business, the IIIT Hyderabad, and also NALSA. These are some of the best academic institutions in the country today. We're tapping into their rich academic expertise. We're seeking mentorship from them, technology mentorship, business mentorship, and also intellectual and legal mentorship, trying to ensure that we create a proper ecosystem. And with the support of able bodies like FICCI, I'm sure we also can get the deal flow going, which definitely is one of the best facilitators for entrepreneurship in the country or anywhere else in the world also. At the same time, we are also focused on the new sectors such as data analytics, cybersecurity, animation, gaming, multimedia, entertainment, photonics, etc., etc. These are all the newer areas which I see as huge opportunities for growth. And therefore, we are creating the country's best institutions, anchor institutions, right here in the city of Hyderabad. with our sustained push and sustained effort over the last 2 years. Like I said, when the state started off its journey, it was looked at with a lot of apprehension. But today, I'm happy to share with you, out of the top 5 most valued technology companies in the world, 4 of them have chosen Hyderabad as their largest base outside of the United States, which is where their headquarters is. Google, Amazon, Microsoft, which has been obviously around for a while, about 16, 17 years now, and also more recently Apple. All of them have chosen Hyderabad as their largest base outside of US or outside of their headquarters, which goes to show you the kind of positioning, the kind of progressive policies that have really propelled Hyderabad into a league of its own today in the IT area. With respect to other areas, life sciences, which is again another core area for us in Hyderabad, in and around Hyderabad. As most of you would appreciate and most of you would probably already know, Hyderabad is the bulk drugs capital of the country. We are the life sciences capital of the country. In terms of vaccine manufacturing, some of you may be aware of this. Out of the world vaccines today, 1/5 or more than 1/5 of them are manufactured in Hyderabad. So next time one of your kids or grandchildren is getting a vaccine shot, there's 1 in a 5 chance that it could have been manufactured in Hyderabad. So that is the kind of inherent potential Hyderabad has as a city. Therefore, to leverage that, to build on this case, what we're trying to do is also build a state-of-the-art pharma park, pharma city right here in the city of Hyderabad. About 14,000 acres of land has been identified about 30 kilometers away from the international airport. We are building a state-of-the-art, world-class, zero liquid discharge pharma city, which will not only have pharmaceutical institutions, not only have life sciences enterprises, but it will also have a pharma university embedded within it, so that you also have the necessary human resources, pool of human resources that are readily available at your disposal. This is again something unique which no other state has even dared to dream. We in fact are emulating the Suzhou industrial park in China. I was recently in Singapore as well to study the medtech park, to study the biopolis that they have created in Singapore, which is exactly what we would like to emulate. And this is something we are very excited about. In fact, even before the end of the year, we already have an indent for about 6,000 acres of land. We already have a demand for about 6,000 acres of land. We are going to start handing over the land before the end of the year. The first phase will be done in the next 2 years. Likewise, there is another sector which we are very, very upbeat about. Aerospace and defense. After the recent announcement from Government of India that 100% FDI would be allowed into aerospace and defense besides pharmaceuticals, media and other things, aerospace and defense is an area which we are looking at with a lot of optimism and enthusiasm. In fact, Hyderabad today, some of you may be surprised to know this, Hyderabad today is where President Barack Obama's helicopter cabin gets manufactured. I don't know how many of you are aware of this. Sikorsky is the name of the helicopter, and it gets manufactured here today in Hyderabad in tandem with the Tata Advanced Systems Limited, a joint venture partnership. Today, not just Sikorsky, but we also have Lockheed Martin, we have RUAG, Dornier, we also have recently been joined by Boeing, and we are hopeful that this list is only going to grow. We also have several other entities which I would be remiss not to name. Pratt & Whitney, UTC, and several other biggies in the aerospace and defense sector have already set shop here. But now with Government of India opening 100% FDI, this list is only set to grow.